Hi guys, it's Chris with City Girl Homestead, and it's time for Fun Friday. So we are going to do another healthy snack, and it's called crispy roasted chickpeas. So let's get here. Preheating the oven to 400, and there's other flavors, but I'm going to do the ranch one. So I took a can of chickpeas and I washed them really good, and I've let them drain for quite a while. And you're going to spread these out. That seems pretty easy so far, right? And we're going to put them in that oven. It's not quite to 400, but it will be shortly. And we're going to let them cook for all together for 20 to 30 minutes, and you have to stir them every 10 minutes. So, but now we need to make the ranch stuff for it, right? So we need a teaspoon of garlic. I know I'm making all kinds of noise, aren't I? A teaspoon of garlic. We need, if I could read this, we'd be doing great. A teaspoon of onion powder. They have a spicy one too, and I forget what the other one is, but I'll put all three in the description below. We need a half a teaspoon of dried parsley. And we need a half a teaspoon of salt. And we don't want that one, we want a half a teaspoon. Alrighty. And then we need a half teaspoon of dried dill. So I'm going to use my dill that I dehydrated. Oh, this smells so good, you guys. And I'm going to get, well, I'm just going to assume what half a teaspoon would be, because it's going to be really hard to fill that. I'm trying to break it up into little tiny pieces here. We don't want any big chunks. I would say that's as close to half a teaspoon as you're going to get. Make sure I got it all broke up real good. And then we're just going to mix that together. I do have a couple big pieces still left in there, don't I? We'll get rid of those. Usually the dried dill is for pickles and stuff like that, so that's alright, we can make it work. I have dill weed, but it didn't say dill weed, so. Alright, so there we go. Let's get rid of that. Let's see, 11, 14. Alright, so I ran out of fun facts last week. So I looked up another one, and I figured we've all played board games before. And so while this is cooking, let's do some things. 51 fun facts about board games. And I haven't played board games in a long time, but I used to love them when I was a kid. Because, you know, when I was a kid, they didn't have all these computer games and, you know, gaming systems and your phone to play on. You had to play board games or cards. The earliest known board game is Senet from ancient Egypt, dating back to around 3100 BC. That's a long time. The game of chess we know today has been played since the 15th century, but its origins date back even further to India in the 6th century. That's a long time. That's a game I don't know how to play. My kids are really good at it. Tom knows how to play it too. I do not. I suck at checkers even. Monopoly is one of the most popular board games. Was originally called the landlord's game and was created to demonstrate the negative aspects of private monopolies. It probably still does that. There are over 3,000 versions of Monopoly. Wow, I didn't know that. The longest game of Monopoly ever played lasted 70 days. You guys, at some point, you know, after you've played it for 4 or 5 hours, you sell off everything, count it, and see who wins. Scrabble was created during the Great Depression by an unemployed architect named Alfred Mosher Butts. Okay. The highest possible scoring word in Scrabble is OXPHENBUTAZONE, potentially earning 1,778 points. Oxyfenbutonazone. I don't know. Catan, previously known for the settlers of Catan, has sold more than 22 million copies worldwide since its creation in 1995. I don't know what that is. Clue or Cluedo was invented during World War II air raids as a way to pass the time. Can you imagine trying to play Clue and there's bombs hitting everywhere? I just don't see it. The game of Risk was invented by French film director Albert Lamorisse in 1957. Backgammon is one of the oldest known board games, with origins dating back nearly 5,000 years to Mesopotamia. Backgammon. I don't think I've ever played it. Twister was deemed too controversial when it was released in 1966 because it was the first game to use human bodies as playing pieces. That was the fun of it. There are, oh my gosh, you guys, I don't even know how to do this number. Well, I'm going to put it right up here. A lot. Possible color combinations on a standard 3x3 Rubik's Cube. I can remember when Rubik's Cube first came out. And you guys, I would literally take that thing apart because I'd get so frustrated with it and put it back together. I'm telling you, you know, you could see those people doing this, and it's done. I'd always get one color over here and didn't know how to get rid of it. Guess my brain just doesn't work that way. The game of life was invented by Milton Bradley in 1860 and was originally called the checkered game of life. The checkered game of life. Okay. Dungeons and Dragons, which I've never played but my kids have, was first published in 1974 and is credited with being the first true role-playing game. My kids love it. They were going to get us into it. We played it one day, and then we didn't understand it, and they just never asked us to play it again. The largest recorded game of Carcassonne included 10,007 tiles. Ouija boards were so popular in 1891 that they were outselling games of like Monopoly. We used to have a Ouija board, and now that I know it, yeah, I would not allow that in my house. The tic-tac-toe has been played since Roman Empire and was originally called Temi-Lepi. Okay, I don't know how you get tic-tac-toe out of that, but snakes and ladders, originally from ancient India, was used to teach morals and lessons about karma. I've never played snakes and ladders, so I don't know, I guess, how that works. The world's largest chess piece, a king, is located in St. Louis, Missouri, and is 20 feet tall. You know, I've thought about those. I've seen those places, but I've never been to one that they've got like the giant chessboard or whatever, or giant whatever boards, and you get enough people to play. I think that'd be really cool. I've never seen one in person, but I know that they have them. The game operation buzzes because it's very simple electric circuit, and the buzz kicks when the circuit is completed. You know, it's really funny. We were just talking about that the other day, me and Bobby. And when the kids were littler and that would buzz, they would just jump like that. And I was kind of teasing them about it because it is so funny, because when they're younger, they don't understand what that buzz is. And because they're not as coordinated, it buzzes all the time, which is too funny. We just talked about that. Lemon water, real lemon. The most expensive board game ever is a custom-made version of Monopoly valued at over $2 million with a gold board and diamond-studded dice. Let me tell you, you gotta have some serious cash that you can play like that. I just cannot even picture it. The word checkmate in chess comes from a Parisian phrase, chamat, which means the king is defeated. That's pretty cool. Go is a board game from China that is over 2,500 years old, making it one of the oldest games still played to this day. Candyland was created by Eleanor Abbott while she was recovering from polio. You know, Candyland's cool. I don't care how old you are. It has no rhyme or reason, and it's so simple, but it's just so much fun. The highest score ever recorded in competitive game of support of Scrabble is 1,049 points. That's a lot of points. In 2004, I can't even talk today. Astronaut Gregory Chamatoff brought the game of Scrabble to the International Space Station. That's pretty cool. Can you imagine, though, if you were a person and, like, you weren't going to go to the moon or anything like that, but I'd been at the space station. That's pretty cool. Sorry. Chutes and Ladder is based on the ancient Indian game called Moksha Patam, which was a mortality lesson about karma and destiny. Chutes and Ladders? Mortality and karma? I don't get that one. Uno was invented in 1971 by a barbershop owner named Merle Robbins to solve a dispute his family had over Crazy Eights. Alright, we'll do 30 through 51 next week. But I just thought, you know, it's something that I'm sure we've all... Whoops, sorry. Sorry, I didn't mean to tip you guys. It's something that we've all played, you know what I mean? Board games, and, well, most of us anyway, I should say. And I just thought it'd be kind of funny. Because, you know, you look for one, and, like, I wanted to find one that is, like, for the Guinness Book of World Records. And it's hard to find one that's not, like, only 8 things. Whoops, hold on. I must not have got enough sleep last night. And I forgot to get a hot pad. 2 hot pads would be good. Sorry, guys. Thought I had my crap together better than this today. Alright. Oh, they are starting to dry out. That's pretty cool. I would have never thought of this. Tom's not a chickpea fan. But I thought, you know what? If it tastes real good and they're crunchy, that he might like them, you know? And chickpeas are pretty good for you. So why not? Alrighty, so I'm going to put them in for another 10 minutes. They're so cute. They kind of remind me of, but they're a little bit bigger. They kind of remind me of, do you guys remember the Mexican jumping beans? And they used to come in this little square package. They had a blue bottom and clear top, and they'd jump, and they'd hit the top of that. Those were the coolest things. We used to bug my grandma all the time. Can we get some of those? Can we get some of those? The things that will entertain children, right? Sometimes it doesn't take a whole lot. But I think they were like, I don't know, maybe 29 cents or something back then. So it was over our 25-cent a day allowance that we got when we were kids. So I can remember, isn't it funny how things just like pop in your head? But we were going to Harrison, and then we were going to go to the UP. So we stopped first to see my uncle. And I can remember sitting in the back seat of my grandma's car, me and Nessa, and we're watching our Mexican jumping beans. Just entertainment, you guys. So I'm not going to keep you forever. I'll come back when these are done, and then I'll show you what we're going to do with them. Alright, so I let them cook about 35 minutes because maybe I didn't get them quite dry enough. But now they're nice and crispy. So let's do what we're supposed to do here next. So now we take a half to a teaspoon or a tablespoon of olive oil. Or you could use peanut oil, whatever you want to use. Yeah, I think I'll use the whole tablespoon. And then you're going to stir that up. And you want to do this while they're still hot. And get them coated really, really good. Now you wouldn't have to do this with the, I think it's considered sweet one or something. We'll see. I'll put it in the description. And then we're going to add all that spices to it. And get those spices put really nice in there. And it says to serve them right away, but I'm actually going to pack them in Tom's lunch for him to take to work for something to munch on. I know I like the crackers and stuff that they do like this, so I figured maybe the chickpeas would be good and probably a little bit better for you than crackers. Maybe Tom won't get none. They're nice and crunchy. Definitely a thumbs up for that. You could do all three. You could do a triple batch, a quadruple batch, whatever you want to do. And I'm more than sure that munching on those instead of chips or something like that would be far better for you. So that's our fun Friday. I hope you have a good day, and we will be posting a video later about us going up north to that new store. It's up by Renee's house, but Renee's gonna be busy Friday, so we're not gonna get to see her, but we're gonna go to the store she always goes to. I'd like to get to all the Amish stores that are within 2 hours of us before the end of summer. And it's kind of fun to see what they have, you know what I mean? So, and this one's a discount store as well. I like those because it gives you a chance to stock up on some stuff. And I know I asked my daughter-in-law yesterday, have the kids used up all those graham crackers? Because remember I bought that big box of them? She goes, yeah, they're all gone. So if I run into any more of those, I'll make sure I pick them up. But give these a try. It doesn't even taste like chickpeas. So I think he'll be good with it. And it has 3 different kinds that you can make. It doesn't take long to make them. And it makes a healthier snack. So you guys have a blessed day. Be a blessing. And I'll see you later.